Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of Darkness in Dublin. On a side note, holy shit, there are several TGI Fridays in Dublin. Sorry, this is what I'm learning. So, this evening's scene is going to be set in. Let's go for the TGI Fridays in St. Stephen's Green Shopping Centre. Despite the fact it's way after hours, and despite the fact, well, needless to say, everywhere else in the shopping centre is closed, the mages have decided that as tomorrow they march into battle, well, today, by all the gods, by science, and by everything else in sundry, they're going to let their hair down. So, this space has literally become Mage Central. If the technocracy were to nuke this specific building right now, at this specific time, they would probably destroy a huge chunk of the awakened population of Europe and further afield. Packed into this room, there are so many people wearing so many different types of outfits. You see martial arts skis mixing with Arabian burqas. You see people with tattoos and scrolled all over their skin of magic sigillion sanguine. You see cats and owls, snakes and dogs intermingling among the crowd, staying close to their masters as familiars do. This place is chaos, but the drinks keep coming and the food keeps being slammed down on the tables. So, what can we say? Tomorrow we go to battle, but tonight we're still alive for the moment. I will allow my players to do their own introductions, and then things will happen.
On Lottie's part, she's wearing armor that Eliza's gifted her months beforehand. Her very helpful jumpsuit with some added gear in her pockets. She's got her wallet out and she's just waving her hand for more and more Long Island iced teas. She feels like she's going to need it. This is the day for it. She didn't even know there's a fucking TGI Fridays in Europe, but to see this one in Dublin, you know what? She's missing home. She's missing decently priced, mediocre food with a lot of booze. She's happy, especially because endless appetizers.
Kevin's relationship with boneless chicken wings was an estranged one after he left his home in Rhode Island. But they're back now, together again. Tonight is a good night to be middle-aged and wearing a leather jacket that just screams midlife crisis. The chicken keeps coming. This is good.
Ashley is, for her part, taking in the glory that is the American chain eatery for the first time. Never having been in one of these before, but having heard fables about them on the internet, and those fables actually have not disappointed. The sad mozzarella sticks that get old after a couple baskets. The boneless chicken that, yeah, you can eat a lot of it, and it's filling, but it's not really great either. But for her part, without a place to smoke, she is mostly partaking of the alcoholic beverages after correcting a bartender that a certain brand of alcohol is in fact gin and not vodka.
Lottie's just having a passionate meeting with herself. Long Island iced teas. And since when does TGI Fridays offer ribs? She's so happy. They're these tiny little ribs she can just gobble up. She's never been so happy. She's never had ribs like this since the last time she was in New York. This is a good thing. These ribs are cheaply made and fattening, covered in sauce, and they're just great. This is what she needs. She'll look around to make sure no one sees the chaotic mess that is her hands and normally lovely, pristine, lip glossed lips, but just has like faux barbecue sauce with ketchup kind of all over her cheeks. She sees a familiar face, waves.
Kevin. Kevin sees. Kevin sees all.
She'll gesture to the boneless wings that he holds as well.
We made good choices today.
If I die, if I die tonight, I die full. Or tomorrow, I die full. Today, tomorrow, past midnight, who knows?
Yeah, you got a point.
Long Island?
No,
And she'll gesture to the pitcher next to her.
Kevin does not partake.
Noted. Do you want regular iced tea?
I'm good for now.
Sweet.
Mr. Grant, a pleasure to see you again.
Yeah, you too, guy I met the other night.
My name is Iscariot.
Oh,
Okay.
you.
He'll extend a hand.
I'd shake your hand, but mine are kinda he just holds up his sauce covered fingers.
Oh, that's reasonable. And yes, Miss Lottie, me.
Sup.
He'll shrug and he'll say, "Not much, and you?"
Gestures to the lamb ribs in one hand and the giant pitcher of Long Island iced tea next to her plate. Could be worse.
I mean, based on the assessment, they're probably going to have to roll you out of here when all is said and done. I should think so, yeah.
I mean, rolling is one thing. If you've ever actually been inflated big enough to roll, you'd know. So, nah, takes a little bit more. Thank you very much.
Iscariot smiles and he flicks his hair. And he'll shrug and he'll say, "I wanted to apologize for the other evening." Honestly, he'll contemplate his next words. When I'm up against a specific opinion set that is unwavering in its manner, I tend to get heated.
Okay.
There's a shrug.
I mean, when all's said and done, most of us will probably be dead. So issues can be solved later. Right now, peace. Eat. Drink. Pray and or update any software you need to.
Well, that's an interesting way of phrasing it for sure.
Peace, eat, and drink. Sounds like a fabulous conversation.
Mm-hmm. And write out wills. Very important.
Yeah, well, I was just on my way out, as I've got other things I need to do. I'm unfortunately one of the poor grunts who has to, enable you guys to be able to get to the other side to do the big heroic thing. Which means I'm going to be doing a lot of work all night tonight.
Thank you for letting us be big damn heroes.
You're welcome. Just don't fuck it up.
Hey, if we do, we won't be worried anymore.
As he turns to leave, he's going to look at Kevin and he's going to say, "Look, I don't know you from Adam, but you seem like the kind of person who can actually see perspectives in a conversation."
Look, have you ever tried to convince one of us of something? I mean, genuinely sit down, change somebody's mind in this circle.
Hmm.
Then you know why I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I get that.
Besides, not me you need to apologize to.
Oh, I'm not apologizing to that woman. She's entirely wrong. This is the whole hubris of Magi thing, I guess, but I would prefer to look at someone for the person they are rather than simply judging them because they are X or Y. We did that for a very long time, judge people via notions, and that ended, well, tragically.
All right.
I just wanted to say that between you and I, there's no bad blood.
That is good to know. He nods, eats another boneless chicken popper wing lump.
Flesh.
I'm pretty sure if you debone wings, they do just become lumps. But yes. With that, he'll shrug again before you'll see him stride out of the restaurant.
And Kevin just kind of like stands there awkwardly, like Brick Tamerland in the middle of like an Anchorman battle, which is fitting given the sea of people. He's just kind of bobbling around there, and he looks at Lottie and is like, and eats another chicken popper.
Lottie will kind of wave him down to move over 2 seats towards her. Come on.
He actually comes on over, which just leads to the endless bumps and apologies, and just trying to keep his chicken wing fingers away from people. Last thing you need is barbecue sauce and a white shirt. That shit'll never come out.
When he makes his way over to Lottie, I'll just look at him. She'll like kind of clean one of her fingers with a napkin, wipe her face, serious mode. She'll miss a spot, obviously, but she's in a serious mode a little bit. What I said to him is true. We either handle shit and can fix it later, or we all die and no longer have any problems. That dude, let him be until day after tomorrow.
I mean, I wasn't really planning to track him down and have like a friggin' soap operatic heart to heart. Like, I seriously don't know the dude. I mean, yeah, him and my old lady got into it, but nobody's dead.
I mean, yet. But again, as I said, not sure what the situation is. Don't think I want to know. I feel like at
It's
this moment in
best.
time, knowing will give me more issues than I need.
It's best not brought up in this setting either. People will get their blood up and there will be screaming and shouting or pulling of the hair or lack thereof in some of these cases.
Listen, that would be nice, but this is not the kind of bar for that. Here, I'm still gonna push over some of the wet naps that she has next to her. They're lemon scented. There you go. For you. You got some schmutz, like, all over.
Yeah, no, like my entire beard.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd go say wash that off, but you and I both know you never know what you'll find in one of these bathrooms.
Least of all a comb.
I feel like a comb might be more likely than, soap or clean water.
Look, man, I don't know where the pipes were like back in your home of record, but in beautiful Rhode Island, we had clean water at our TGI Fridays.
Shrugs. Listen, I like my water with a tint of fluoride. Don't necessarily call that clean, though.
You hear a bottle literally smash, like a large, what you would assume a large bottle, physically smash against the floor. You would assume because the floor itself is faux marble.
Motherfucker!
Yeah, Ashley just whirls around to the direction of the noise.
Kevin claps his hands and goes, whoop, there it is.
Kevin, what did you do? She'll look for the noise.
Look, man, there's a bunch of us packed in like this, getting our drink on. This shit was inevitable.
Yeah, but normally I start it.
You will see D'Onofrio physically standing on the bar, on the bar itself. So she's about 4 or 5 feet taller than everyone else at this point because she's standing on the bar. She's clearly just having thrown the bottle down behind the bar. There was the smashing noise to get everyone's attention. So, ladies and gentlemen, hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alexander D'Onofrio. It's nice to meet you, if I haven't
Lottie will
met you.
wave. Hi.
You, you know what? She gets a little wave back. Just a little wave for Lottie.
Yes.
She'll say, for those of you who are going to be assaulting the barricades tomorrow, you'll be with me. Needless to say, I don't need people who are going to do stupid damn heroics and get yourself killed. That's generally my job, and I don't like to be upstaged, she says with a smile. There's kind of a general chortle in the room.
Snicker, snicker.
So, but no shit. We have no idea what we're going to be facing. We've managed to do some preliminary work, but honestly, we're fighting for people who think that the will of God is behind them. That tends to make people incredibly frenzied. So, what I'd say to you is tonight, live, drink, fuck, I don't know. Whatever it is you do to live. Hug your loved ones, talk to your children. I don't know. Tomorrow, don't have any regrets. Because I don't want to hear about how you died with the loved one's name on your lips, or cursing existence, or wondering why you hadn't seen someone. Go and do that. Because tomorrow I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't know how many people will be there to drink your name when the battle's said and done. Right. Now get back to your celebrations. Hmm?
Lottie is gonna kind of raise up her pitcher towards D'Onofrio.
There is a very somber, silent moment when she finishes that, and you'll notice about perhaps 15 to 20 people physically leave the restaurant at this point, maybe to go and do some of the things that she has said to do.
Um,
The woman has a way with words.
she does.
And property damage.
I mean, yeah. But I figure, pretty sure one of the Hermetics is gonna be kind of in charge of making sure the other Hermetics keep an eye on stuff. So, who knows? Maybe she'll pay the tab, or for herself at least. I don't know how they do shit.
That would be an interesting conversation to be a part of. Exactly who is splitting this bill and how?
I mean, I'm
No
paying my own way, so I feel like
idea.
I feel like a lot of people, if they don't die, are gonna be getting really nicely written bills on parchment paper sent to them.
Look, man,
No, the Order of Hermes is paying for all this, don't you know?
No, excuse me. Order
what
3
was
more
that you
pitchers.
said as the menu flies open?
Yeah, the
I
Order of
did
Hermes.
Excuse me,
not.
Kevin. Kevin, do you want to split a huge rack of ribs?
Yes.
Deal.
I have no idea whatever's good here, so just bring me an order of whatever these two are having.
We're gonna get you ribs. We're gonna get you the loaded mashed
I'm not
potatoes.
I'm not the waitress. I'm just telling you these things. God.
No, we don't know who. Listen, it's okay. It's okay. We're excited. Sorry, I'm an ecstatic.
It'll
So is
be
that
fine.
one. We'll be fine.
Right. Well, it's nice to meet you guys. In that case, she extends a hand. It's very
Lottie
nice to
will
meet you.
will shake with the hand that is not covered in faux barbecue sauce. Because what they use at TJ Fridays is not barbecue sauce.
My name is Yichen Bonaviditius. It's very nice to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you also.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
I am Lottie.
Kevin
I'm
Grant of
Ashley.
the Akashiana.
It's very nice to meet you all. I guess you can say I'm tech support. So yeah. For the record,
And
she does have that full facial tattoo. Does anyone have Prime Side active?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
no,
She does have that full facial tattoo, which looks to be. It doesn't look to be a normal tattoo. It almost looks to be like it was done with something like metallic paint. So it's quite unusual looking.
Okay.
nice.
She'll say, "Yes, well, um, yeah, no, we're paying for all this, so please eat and drink as much as you like. If it
Thank
helps,
you.
we're also going to have to modify the memories of the bar staff tomorrow because I'm pretty sure at least one of them has seen a baby dragon, and fuck knows that's going to mess with them.
I mean, I'm pretty
Really?
sure
Wait, a baby
they're
what?
gonna have some issues with
Oh,
missing almost all of their wares.
a baby dragon. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to go and see it? I'm led to
No,
understand it's
I'm good.
adorable.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm guessing Saisho or Iki is here, so yeah, nah.
Please don't let it be Iki. Please don't let it be Iki. You just hear Kevin muttering.
Do you have an issue with Iki? He's pretty cool
Right. I'm
being.
gonna tell you a fucking story. You ready for story time? We used to have clear out
Yeah.
entire wings of the casino because Iki was roaming around there in one of her moods, and if she caught one of the staff, they were gonna get chopped in half.
Well, what did the staff do?
Nothing. They would have been there, and that's
Ugh.
Iki. Yeah.
No, it actually belongs to a lovely Arabian gentleman named Al Shamut. He's really nice. The
Oh,
dragon's so
okay.
cute.
I mean, we can meet him too. I was just wondering if it was Iki. Iki was cool being last I saw her. I don't know what
Apart
happened to
from
her.
apart from apparently chopping people in two.
Oh, well, Iki
She
liked me.
has
I was cool with it. I
she
mean,
has
I've
her
never
good
known her to chop
days.
people in half.
Look, man, she has her good days and she has her bad days, and you don't know what you're getting until it's happening.
I mean, this is true. I mean, alright, you got a point. You've obviously been around them more often than I have. I will adhere to the wisdom of someone who knows their shit. And BRB.
But yeah, we obviously appreciate you guys footing the bill.
Believe it or not, the order's pretty minted. So I mean, despite the fact we're only technically allowed to make so much gold a year, but c'est la vie.
Sort of like I never had a mind for that kind of stuff anyway.
Well, basically, if we made too much, it would crash the world economy.
Oh. Huh.
hmm But then again, I'm part of House. I guess you could call them House Technomancer. So that's why they call me tech support.
It's like a nickname.
Kinda.
Okay.
Hmm. And so, I mean, based on our current stereotypes, that must mean you are a kung fu fight. You're a kung fu fighting master, right?
I'm handy, but I've got a long way to go before I dare say that I had mastered anything.
I once saw one of you use one finger and he broke every rib a man had. Can you do that?
No, absolutely not. I'd prefer not to, frankly.
Oh, if it helps, it was really cool. He just kind of tapped him and then he flew back like 20 feet. Like, boop.
Huh. Yeah, no, I try to keep things low key and avoid getting myself into a scuffle if I can manage. It's more than enough suffering to go around the world.
I mean, that's entirely valid.
I'd say these days I prefer to de-escalate things instead.
You're actually quite good at it from what I've seen. If that helps.
I mean, yes and no. I just happen to be the one voice endorsing not doing the thing.
What was the thing?
The thing is always the same. An argument that eventually raises to the point of violence. There are many
Ah, I see.
reasons. There are many
I see you've been.
rationales.
I see
Hmm.
you've been in most conversations with your fellow awakened. Then
Yep.
they do tend to degenerate into violence rather quickly, don't they? But
Yeah, surprisingly fast. More than once I've had to lift my plate off the table just because there wasn't going to be a table soon.
oh dear.
And at least one dinner time impalement that I can conjure up in recent memory.
Well, what do you mean by impalement?
I mean, the dude's hand was nailed to the table. Didn't start that
Okay.
way.
What did he do?
I shot his mouth off one too many times.
That's pretty interesting.
Kevin shrugs. From what I know, healed up all right. I had a brush with the cops and never saw him again. Like, he got away, but I haven't seen the kid since.
What happened? I'm back.
Kevin's been making the most awkward small talk with this hermetic.
Oh
That's what
no.
happened.
Okay. So say Lottie was ordering the food from an actual waiter, and she'll come back to the conversation and be like, "What's going on?"
You remember the dude with the mask?
Oh, the weird kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dude nearly got himself arrested, nearly got us all tased.
Yeah. What happened to him?
I have no idea, man. This is the last day I saw him. Like, ever.
Jeez. May the
Really?
force be with him.
I guess.
What brought that up? Was he making noise at the Hermetics too?
No, we were talking about things that escalated into dinner time violence.
Oh yeah, no, he was definitely dinner at a show. Unfortunately, I didn't have dinner, so it wasn't a show for me.
You weren't at that garden thing?
Hmm?
Like, the guard thing that, the wizard guy threw. That's where the first incident happened. Like, straight up, this guy's hand on the table, and
Oh
then a
yeah, no,
knife
I
just
was.
boom.
It just wasn't dinner and a show afterward. I guess if you combine the two, yeah. That's when Callie
Yeah.
stabbed his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welp. Yeah, dinner time violence. Crazy kid.
Long story short, I try to avoid these incidents.
Yeah. It escalates quickly.
I mean, I suppose you could use the argument of to each their own, but then again, what happens if their own also becomes your own? Does it get complicated then? I suppose it would.
Yeah.
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 And when one of your own gets into a tense situation, you gotta figure out how the fuck you're gonna help them, even if you don't agree.
Or if somebody called the cops. Or if he flagged down a random truck driver and nearly started a fist fight on the side of the road. I'm not bitter, you're bitter.
I kind of want to find the humor in that, and all I can find is horror.
We suffer through it together, Lottie.
Yep. Trauma makes us friends.
That's a truly
Haven't you ever
terrifying
heard?
concept.
Hmm?
That's a truly terrifying concept.
No, think about it. Trauma brings people together. How many times do you have people like escape a tsunami and they end up like huddled next to people they've never met on the truck, and then they become lifelong friends later? Like, or like company goes downfall, and then you're all of a sudden having to like be with your coworkers at the same bar trying to find a good job. Like, telling you, trauma brings people together. Even the trauma of trying to save a kid from themselves.
I understand trauma bringing people together.
See?
I don't think I ever would have hooked up with some of the people I did were it not for trauma that was happening around me at that time.
Not the same thing, but kind of, yeah. A good
I
example.
That took a dark Lifetime movie kind of turn.
Oh my god, that is a Lifetime movie. Shit.
I mean, I can see the title now.
The ties
Ride
that
or
bind
Die,
us.
bitches. A
Yep.
story of the ties that bind us.
Yeah, ride or die, bitches. That's trying of what's
That
going on
would
now.
totally show up on the Lifetime network.
Uh huh. What's it?
Yes.
I wasn't really close to Eliza until we got trapped in some godforsaken hell temple. Like,
I
two of
mean,
our friends
how often do you
died.
get how
It
often do you
worked
get to use
well.
the phrase "godforsaken hell temple"?
I mean, it ended up being a pretty cool place, but like, two of our friends died. Some people came in while we were facing danger and stole shit out from under us. Fucking bastards.
Oh, who did
That
that?
that tragic beating that I think it was like me, Sketch, and Sam took. Three of us, one guy,
When was that? When did you do that for?
the ship.
Oh my god, yeah. Oof.
He
I heard
came
about
in
that.
and he beat our lily asses in a way
Mm-hmm.
that was both comical and humiliating.
I've seen Sketch Ass. It is Lily.
On the bright side, I
Sorry, he
guess you
does
won,
have a.
right?
Hmm?
On the bright side, I guess you won, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to
Winning is
say it was a
surviving.
group effort, but he pretty much kind of took us through. Him and his crazy sword.
Did anyone end up keeping the sword?
Oh no, not the sword that broke that dude's hand, but like Sketch's sword.
Oh, okay.
Wait, this guy had two swords?
Nah,
That was
like
a
it
different sword.
was there were a lot of weapons that were just kind of around at the time.
Oh, I get it. Like everybody pooled their shit together to make one big armory for the mission, and it went back to the people who
Uh,
it went to.
No, more
Presumably.
like they came upon people with lots of weapons. They killed them and then used their weapons.
yeah,
Oh,
but like
nifty.
yeah, watch that shit. Half that shit's booby trapped.
Yeah. No wonder considering where you were.
Well,
All
yeah, I
right.
mean, like this guy, right? I've never seen this guy before. He spent the whole time just playing the up down game. Like he's trying to help me out too. Like I feel fucking bad for the guy because he was patching me up after I took a shit kicking, and he got
Hmm.
shot to shit. We managed to patch him up. I think he went a whole 5 minutes before he got pinned to a wall by a spear, not in any
Wait,
kind of non-intrusive way, right?
Sketch or someone else?
Nah, this other guy.
Mm.
Sketch got hit by a laser that day. He was not a happy camper. Um, but friggin', so we get him off the wall, which
Wait,
was
was he a virtual adept? Was his name Win, right?
no win rate. Nah, win rate.
I wasn't sure if this was before or after he died.
This was the day he died.
Yeah. Well, no, I kind of figured. I just wasn't sure what time frame.
No, this is before. We were trying to protect him. He was a little vulnerable, and this other
Yeah.
guy never learned this guy's name. The guy in the room with us picks up this big honking spear, throws it, and I mean like not an arc, like straight line throws it, nails this poor cat to a wall.
Jesus.
We have to leave him up there because we can't turn our backs on the other guy.
Just hanging around?
Yeah, off his feet and everything. It must have been fucking agonizing. And the worst part was there's no way to get this guy off the wall unless we're gonna pull him off, and the only way we're gonna pull him off is to unpin him and hope he doesn't bleed out before we can patch him up again. So we manage it, right?
Adventures.
I think Danny managed that one.
Mm-hmm.
And so we at this point, I've got one person who's like basically comatose. Win rate's out of his gourd almost completely. I mean, like he was babbling in two languages and he at least didn't make sense in English.
Jesus.
I was banged up. Wall guy was banged up. Sketch was banged up. Sam was banged up. We make our way, and we caught up with Eliza and some people. And keep in mind,
Mhm.
I'm dragging our comatose friend the whole way through this shit.
Mhm.
We're getting shot at left, right, and center. There are friggin' death lasers. Things kept rumbling when they weren't supposed to, and we finally get in this room. And the guy who just got pinned, he's been patched up twice now. He finds this sword, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna pick it up with my bare hand." I haven't heard that many
Idiot.
bones break at once, literally ever in my life. But he was basically down an arm after that shit.
Ugh. Why do people just pick up? Ugh. That is not a smart man.
This isn't okay. This isn't Mario. Okay,
Look,
you don't eat food that's lying on the ground. You don't pick up random weapons that you don't know what they do, especially if you're someplace that's a magical stronghold of any kind, whether it's yours or your enemies.
look.
Scientific, but yeah.
I understand this, but I tried to take it from a forgiving perspective. All right, looting is the one thing that separates man from the animals, except for the raccoon.
Yeah, those raccoons, man.
So
I
I
don't fucking
understand,
respect
but I
raccoons.
wish he'd been a little more careful.
Fucking trash pandas. Brilliant creatures. Oh, come on, you gotta, like, they're fucking brilliant trash, like, they're so good. Also, I should probably take a stamina roll for how much liquor Lottie's drinking.
Hello, former second apprentice to my master.
Shem would have
Oh,
killed you to
fuck!
use my name.
On the inside, perhaps.
See, and he sighs and he turns around to actually face this person in his little seat. I never understood your beef with me.
You assume that I have beef with you. Why? For the record,
Cons-
she's wearing clothes, but she's not wearing shoes.
I mean,
Girl, don't you
considering
know
the
there's
fact that from
glass
minute one
here?
you were busting my chops and that little fun you had with the bill, yeah.
Girl, don't
I'm
you know
familiar.
there's, like, glass here? On the fucking floor?
She'll shrug and she'll say, if one must care about such earthly concerns as their body, then one's mind is truly not at the pinnacle of its own abilities.
Tetanus, though.
Ashley will raise an eyebrow at that, but
I've been
yeah,
down this road with her.
I understand your point, ma'am.
She will very casually pick up a fork from the table, and she will put her foot onto the table. She is, as I say, clothed at this point. She will drive the fork with all strength, and you can see she actually has a body strength into her foot. Like
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
Kevin,
you
the
will
people
see
you hung out with, they're pretty.
you will see the fact the
Yeah.
fork bends and doesn't actually enter her foot.
Oh, see, now I know why you're not worried about tetanus. You don't gotta fucking worry about tetanus.
She will say, "Many things are an illusion. However, many things are also truth."
Fucking super skin to not worry about tetanus. I respect that.
Why is it you assume that I didn't like you, former second apprentice of my master? As a
Okay,
matter of
that
fact,
okay, that whole part too, like I have a name. You knew I had a name. You also knew it bothered the shit out of me.
Wait, I got a question. I got a question. I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know your name. I forgot it. My apologies. I'm a little
she
bit
kind of have she got you.
drugged out.
You don't. She's not. She's apparently not going to give you her name, but she turns anyway. If Kevin wishes to fill her in, she can. But he can. But she
All
doesn't
right,
appear to think
ma'am.
it's important.
Shen Mei, the first
Shenmei.
apprentice of Lord Saisho.
Shenmei, first apprentice of Lord Saisho. Your group is very profound about respect, right? So calling him second apprentice of your master is kind of just denoting the fact that he was the apprentice of your master, but he's the second apprentice of your master, and it's not a denotion of him being lesser or anything of the note of like not liking him. It's just who he is in relationship to you.
Correct.
Gotcha. She don't hate you, man. That's just who you are.
And to answer your
Makes sense.
question, former second apprentice of my master, the reason I did this was because it bothered you. Because you had to transcend the irritation.
I think it just means she likes pulling your wig.
Could be.
I like her.
Kevin sips his water.
Yeah, Kevin.
I merely wish to say that I look forward to fighting with you, former second apprentice to my master.
Right. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to see you or much of anybody out there. As far as I can tell, this is going to be a clusterfuck.
She will contemplate. The master has spent the last 7 days in the preparation of a great working. I don't know what he's doing, but it shall be interesting.
Ooh.
That does not
Hi,
bring much comfort to me, but
I was
I'm
going to say,
sure
hi,
he is
Kevin.
busy.
Your mind immediately goes to, holy shit, what kind of ritual would you do for 7 days?
Yeah. Yeah. Just kind of trying to keep a neutral face through this.
She will then blink twice before she will look at Lottie and she will say, if it helps, Miss Lottie, I also like you.
Sweet. Thank you. Would
She apparently
you
she
like
doesn't really.
one of our many appetizers?
She will shake her head and she will say, I do not consume meat or processed food in that manner. However, thank you for your offer.
No problem. I hope the night sees you well and you are well and good for the final tomorrow and all that jazz.
She will reach out, like not clearly not knowing what she should socially do in the situation, and she pats Lottie on the head, like.
This is not the weirdest thing that's ever happened to Lottie. She'll smile.
With that,
Go with
she
it.
will turn on her heel and pad away back to. There's a grouping of Akashics. She will go towards the grouping. Sideshow is not there, obviously, but hi, Kevin. You may now have your "Oh God, what is he doing?" moment now that she's gone.
Yeah, Kevin's quiet for a while. Knew that
Ashley
personal beef wasn't going to sit.
Ashley continues to sip from her picture of margaritas, and she looks at Kevin. So some stuff about you is kind of starting to make sense.
Yep. Some people prefer asceticism. Some people prefer what is referred to as heroic experience.
I mean, I guess you could say I prefer heroic experience, but it's really less strict heroism and more, you know, heroic experiences with substances.
There are, in fact, 10,000 doors. It's just not one I was planning on taking. Frankly, I don't buy her whole line about the rise above shit. People tend to use that line when they're looking for an excuse to be an asshole.
So don't be an asshole.
Nah, I think it's her using an excuse for her to be an asshole, is what he means.
But you were nice enough not to start any shit over it in public, even though I was starting to get my dander up. And for that, Lottie, I'm thankful.
As I said, peace, food, our problems today are not tomorrow. We'll do them another day.
He puts a hand on her shoulder. You were the de-escalator today.
Thank you, man. Second, thank you. If I can be the de-escalator, if I can survive tomorrow and just do good on the people I'm responsible for, it's all I want in life right now.
So, possibly weird question.
Yeah.
Why are we even considering death as an option?
It happens. I mean, so the worst possible thing that could happen, right, is that you die and then you have to spend like centuries rotting in the thousand hells.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll still come back eventually.
Well,
Nobody ever
yeah,
stays down there.
But I mean, why even invite that possibility?
It's
By
just
thinking
there.
of it.
Kevin
Well,
shrugs.
the reason for myself that I invite the possibility is the fact that I've been on missions where shit was supposed to be simple and shit wasn't. And a lot of people died because we weren't prepared. We didn't even plan for just the eventuality of death. And while I strongly believe in chaos and the God of the who is my heart, I strongly believe in it. I know shit can happen. You just got to do your best to be ready for it, and you're never going to fully be ready for it. So accept all possibilities for that which could happen, but never shunt out hope. So I offer death as a possibility because I want to live. If I don't think about it, I'm going to do something stupid. People who don't think about the possibility of it going wrong end up making really, really stupid mistakes.
No,
That's just been my experience.
I'm not saying don't acknowledge the possibility that things can go wrong and someone may die,
Mm-hmm.
but don't let that someone be you. Prepare yourself to fight zealots and every eventuality you have the ability to foresee that you can reasonably prepare for. I mean, no one person is going to be a walking army or a walking shield capable of, taking the hits for all.
Mm-hmm.
But if you walk in this with the mindset of today I could die, and you accept that, well, I mean, it seems kind of fatalistic to me.
It's more like a warning, in a sense, to me. It is the truth of the fact that today I could die, but I do not want to die. So I'm going to do everything I can to protect myself and protect the people I care for. Not fatalistic. Fatalistic would be me thinking that it's not going to happen. If I kind of ignore that eventuality, that's it for me because I'm going to forget. I'm going to ignore what could happen, and chaos doesn't work that way. It's the opposite for me. It just doesn't work that way. At least for me.
See, for me, from my perspective, I need to go in with the mindset that I will not die today. The idea that I may die today is simply an illusion that I must overcome.
Hey, that's how it works out for you, then the more power to you. Literally, I hope for the best for all of us.
Ashley will hold her hand up and offer a fist bump to Lottie.
Lottie will use her least dirty hand to receive this fist bump.
All right, kids. You will see a new figure enter into the restaurant. At which point, there's actually a little bit of a kind of a commotion, and you hear a lot of whispering, like, is that him? No, it couldn't be. Wait, no, it's seen him in 30. It couldn't be him. No, but look, it definitely is.
Lottie's got a cute sense of curiosity.
Okay. You'll see this rather handsome individual. He's got an appearance spec. He's got an appearance 4 with a spec in. I'm going to say, yeah, mysterious. The only thing you'll notice about his clothing is on his shirt. He's got a very stylized G. If anyone would like to make me an intelligence mage lore, they can. It will be difficulty 7. I'm required 2 successes.
Alright, roll a willpower for this.
Okay.
You know what? I think I'm gonna make that roll.
You think you're gonna want that roll?
I said, I think I am going to make that roll.
Is Discord doing that thing again?
Yep.
Nada.
It's certainly doing it for me.
Give me a second to wait it out. I don't know what's up.
Let me see if my computer is any different.
Nope, it's Discord. I don't know why. I can't jump on my computer though.
Oh, it would help
Great.
if I was. Actually, it would help if I was in the right Discord server to begin with. That may be part of my problem.
Where did you just roll?
Another private server I'm a part of that doesn't even have a dice roller.
Jesus.
Yep.
Hang on, Lottie and Heather. I'll just roll it for you on my own private roller, if that's okay, because things are
Sure.
picking
Yeah.
up. But okay, so Lottie, you spent a willpower, didn't you?
Yeah, it should be 5 dice. It should be.
Okay. Yeah, you got a 10, an 8, and a 7. So you succeed with 4 successes.
Sweet.
And Heather, how many dice are rolling for you?
4.
Oh, well, that's a botch.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Heather, he's clearly in the fondue.
Oh dear.
Lottie,
Excuse me.
yeah, no, Heather, he's clearly in the fondue. Lottie, you, however, get it. You get it because you see the stylized G. His name is Jacob. His second name is what might be more interesting to you. His full name is Jacob Grimm. One of 2 brothers, in fact.
Lottie's gonna kind of pop into her mouth. Oh. Oh. They really went out for all the cats in the cradle. Jesus. Fuck. You guys know who that is?
Ashley's gonna look at Lottie with like a grim expression on her face. I don't understand why people just let him walk in though and aren't doing anything about it.
I mean, he's fucking Jacob Grimm. He's like, what are you gonna fucking do? Also, that's fucking fantastic that he's here. Who do you think he is? Do you not know who he is?
You know he's Jacob Grimm, but Jacob Grimm is clearly in the fondue.
Yeah, he's Jacob Grimm, Defondi.
No, 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 no. Girl, you cannot be more wrong. Are you okay? How much have you been drinking? She asked me to like get up close, look at her eyes.
I mean, like,
how much have you been drinking?
Ashley's eyes look relatively clear. But she's gone through about half a pitcher of margaritas. It got to the
grin. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
no, continue.
It's gotten to the point where she's actually stopped filling the glass and just started sipping from the pitcher itself because it saves time.
But okay, so for Lottie, because you succeeded on the check, yes, he is Jacob Grimm, one of the 2 writers of the Grimm's fairy tales. Interestingly enough, his brother didn't awaken, so he is the only one who's currently alive. He never really opted to affiliate himself with any tradition, though many different traditions have claimed him. He wouldn't call himself an orphan. He calls himself politically undecided. He is an incredibly powerful and incredibly wise mage. A lot of the stories he wrote were his encounters with various spirit and dreaming entities throughout his long and illustrious travels.
Body's just kind of gonna look wide-eyed at at Ash and just kind of shake her head. Rosh, you making some Rosh decisions right now? Like, no. He's a total fucking badass. You know those Grimtails? Him, his brother. But only he's around. Why? Because fucking magic. Fucking 12 daughters in the fucking 12 geese daughters. Fucking tails are legit. Do you not even Girl, you need to stop drinking. I can't believe I'm saying this. Give me the pitcher. Give me the pitcher. Smack her hands away
Ashley
from the
will,
pitcher.
Ashley will indeed surrender the pitcher because, yeah.
What is wrong with you? Good guy. Super good guy. Just, I mean, if we were so lucky, he would pick, ecstatic, but he's no one. Doesn't like choosing sides, but he would be great as an ecstatic, just saying. Can't believe he's
Is this
fucking
Lottie's?
here.
Is this Lottie's new crush?
More like a power boner where she's just like, shit, he's here. Oh my god, is my hair okay? I have barbecue, fake barbecue on me. Grab some of the wipes, just be like, excuse me. It's like meeting a celebrity. Because she's
Entschuldigung,
pretty sure Siren has said some things about him.
Entschuldigung, mein Herr. Your name is Herr Grant, yeah?
You know, sir,
Kevin.
seems my name travels around a lot, and I'm getting more and more confused about that.
No, my apologies. You were integral in the rescue of my dear friend Rabbi Shmuel. I was led to understand, yeah?
I was just a guy in the place at the time. Anybody with a
Well,
shred of decency would have done what I did.
that modesty is commendable, but you still did a wonderful thing. He'll extend his hand. It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Jacob Grimm.
Kevin shakes his hand. I just couldn't watch those people suffer and do nothing.
He'll nod. I knew the honored Rabbi Shmuel when he was a young man in Prague. He was integral in my solving of what later became known as the Golem affair.
Just raised eyebrow.
Golems. Huh.
Yeah. Oh, where are my manners? Such lovely young ladies. He'll do the very traditional German heel click bow.
Yes, the German salute. Proper German salute. Gentleman salute.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is, as I said, Jacob Grimm. I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance.
Lottie will do her best attempt to kind of do a respectful bow curtsy thing while she's on her seat. Kind of take a second to make sure there's no meat in her teeth. Just kind of, Hello, it's wonderful to meet you. Sorry, Grim. My name is Lottie Ortega. I'm head of the Ecstatics here. And
Oh,
this
it is a pleasure.
this lovely lady next to me is one of my fellow Ecstatics. Her name is Ash. Ash. Just say hello.
Hello.
Guten Tag. It is a pleasure to meet you, mein Fräulein Ash.
Ashley will nod.
But yes, as I said, I owe you a great debt for the making sure that an old friend of mine, still was able to get to safety, Monsieur Grant or Herr Grant.
Look, I can't change the way you feel, but I'm not going to call debts for something I would have done regardless.
He'll smile. I have been requested to look into paranormal matters here in Dublin, so I will be staying for some time. You must please feel free to come and be my guest for an evening. Perhaps we could dine together.
All right. I'd appreciate that.
He'll smile. I will be dealing and tending to the wounded tomorrow, so I shall hope that, and I shall pray, that none of you are among that number.
I'm nodding.
Kevin nods.
He will take Lottie's hand in his and he will kiss it softly.
Hey! Lottie just like smiling, like, I'm meeting a celebrity. Literally was Lottie's mind. She's like, I'm meeting a celebrity. This is
He will then
awesome.
do the same. He will then do the same for Ash.
Ashley, Ashley gives him kind of an appraising look, and gets him actually a quite pleasant smile.
Before you go, Eliza Hoth and orphan named Daniela, they put their lives on the line as much as I did. Frankly, if it weren't for Hoth, I'd be dead.
Oh yes, I know that. I will offer them the same thanks when I see them.
All right.
In that case, I shall leave you to your evening's libations. Good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Once he is a considerable distance away, Lottie will kind of contain herself and just go, I have
You
to tell
okay?
Siren I met Jacob Grimm.
You okay over there, man?
Rub it in his fucking face. Just be like, yeah, see what I met? I met Jacob Grimm. Yeah.
You all right? You a little up on the giggle juice there, partner?
Listen, I've had to hear about Jacob Grimm from Siren for a while. I'm pretty sure Siren also has kind of like a fan boner for him. It's a thing.
I'm gonna take it from your reaction that he's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's Beam Grimm. One of the Grimms. Those
I don't know,
stories,
man.
legit. I mean,
I
those stories are
just
freaking dark and awesome, but like, also terrifying.
Kevin just kind of leans on the table and smiles while he listens to Lottie fangirl.
There's lots of fangirling. She has to contain herself, but she doesn't want to. But she also has to. She's like, you know what? This is no more Long Island's for me either. It's just wait. It's excited. Rub it in Siren's face. Everything is awesome. You know, in a way, it's kind of sad. Like, all these people are here. We've like never seen them before. After tomorrow, I'm not sure if we'll ever see them again. You know, they're cool people. It's just too bad that something like this has to happen in order for everybody to kind of get together. Like, even Iruma Nights is pretty small.
Our numbers are
Although
thin.
yeah. Although I'm not exactly sure how the hell we're fitting in at TGI fucking Fridays. Isn't like max capacity for these things like 79 people?
I am pretty sure that's being ignored right now.
Yeah, bigger on the outside and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Is all.
Look, there's not many of us in the world, and we don't gather in numbers like this unless it's for a reason.
True. I don't know. Kind of sucks though. Just like, can you just imagine how much good we could do if we just communicated more? If we talked to each other. You
Kevin
know?
shrugs.
I don't know, maybe I'm a little hopeful. Maybe a little too hopeful, you know? And I think if we got together, we could really do some good.
Right now, no matter how you live with it, we're dealing with something that's bad for business for everybody, but over a long enough timeline, the squabbles will start up.
Yeah. I know.
Some things you can change, some things you can't.
Doesn't hurt to wish, though.
I guess.
Hell, I feel like wishing is one of the few things we've got left to do. Things could be good. Liquor makes me hopeful.
You are correct, Lottie.
I tend to be sometimes. Please tell that to Eliza. She'll never believe you, but at least tell her.
I'll tell her.
Yeah. It'll be like the conversation with Lottie. We cannot install a pool in Chantry. Well, why not? Because you know what's in the basement. Well, you know, it could use a pool. Yeah, good times.
Basement level pool. That doesn't sound structurally sound.
I mean, it's not. But you know witches. Wishes don't have to make sense.
That's true. This wish, however,
Survival.
for success, that's a good wish.
Life. How do we not die? We simply don't.
I've never been in a mass battle like this before.
Neither have I.
Hell, before the ship, I hadn't been anywhere that grand either. It's just,
Everything is new.
yeah.
I mean, to be honest, something this big, it's been a while since I've been in anything like this. A lot of people that were with me are no longer here. So, in a way, it's kind of sad, you know, but also great. No matter what, life keeps on going, and if you do your job right, it'll keep on going right after you. It's nice to think about.
It is. It's a comforting thought.
Mm-hmm. A lot of Long Island iced teas. It was a good night. A very good night. I learned some new things.
I got to try some new food.
Yes, totally. Wait 1 second. Come here. Just like dig through her purse. Okay. Alright, here you go. I picked these up when I heard we were coming to a TG at Fridays. So I'll hand them to both Ash and Kevin. They are both Imodium pills and Pepto Bismols. You will need them like in 3 hours.
All
Kevin
right.
knows the drill. You do
So,
not.
D'Onofrio strides to the table. She will look down at Lottie. As I sense the scene is kind of wrapping up, she'll look down at Lottie and she'll say, "So, I have several problems. One of them, she looks down at the bottle of whiskey. I'm ever so slightly intoxicated.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of does the kind of hand thing. And she say, also, I've yet to pick someone to share my bed with this evening, so she boops your nose.
You know, that is not the nicest pick-me-up I've ever had, but you know what? You're cute enough for it to work.
Excellent.
Ash, Kevin,
Yeah.
you be safe. Don't do what I wouldn't do.
We will.
And that goes
Right?
doubly for you, Lottie.
Ah.
Rashida, you need a ride home?
Yeah, that would be nice, actually.
Yeah, I'll make
Uh,
sure you get there.
She'll give the two of them hugs. Hex on the forehead. Mwah, mwah. There's lip gloss on your foreheads now. Congratulations, you've been blessed. Small, tiny little blessing.
All right.
Turn to Nofri and offer her elbow, shall we?
Fantastic. She will do the arm. She will do the arm loops. You will take exactly one step forward before you pop out of existence.
Apparition.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, we shall end our scene. So thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene in Darkness in Dublin. Have a pleasant evening.